Notice Paul doesn't just say, think on what is true, what is noble, what is right. And by the way, you know where it says think about such things? That is, the Greek word there means to drill down. It means to ponder. It means to gnaw over, chew over, meditate. It doesn't just mean think about. Just continually pound these things into your head. But see, the first three have more to do with the mind. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right. But then look, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, whatever is excellent. This is attraction. This is love. He says it's not enough just to think on the right things. It's also important to love the right thing. The great problem is, how can you live a life of contentment? And the Greek word for that was atarakia. And that's the very word Paul uses twice in 11 and 12. He says, I've got the atarakia. It means to be independent of circumstances. It means to have this poise. It means to have this power. And not to be upset, devastated, melted down, freaking out over anything. Always poised. Only love of the immutable can bring tranquility. Only love of the immutable. What's the immutable? That which cannot change. Our problem, the reason we don't have peace, is we're loving mutable things that circumstances, including our virtue, can take away from us. But there's one thing that's immutable, that not only can circumstances not take it away from you, but even the worst circumstances in this life only give you more of it. And there's one thing that if you love it supremely, even violent death gives you more of it. What is it? The presence of God. The beauty of God. The face of God. And that's the final way to get the calm, to get the tranquility, to get the peace, is to love Him supremely. The secret of the peace of heart of God, or maybe I should say the peace of God, keeps your hearts and your minds not just in God, but in Christ Jesus. And by the way, hearts and minds are separated there grammatically because Paul's trying to say it's one thing to keep your thoughts in Christ Jesus. We already talked about this. It's another thing to put your heart in Him, to have your heart in Christ Jesus. How does it work? To find Him attractive, to find Him lovely, to find Him unbelievably lovely. Paul says, I want you to find Jesus Christ lovely. That's the only way you're ever going to love the immutable and find that tranquility.